would please rise. Thank you. We will begin with the presentation of colors as appropriately recognized by the Texas 2122 Junior ROTC Color Guard of Winn High School. Very well. Now please remain standing as we have the Pledge of Allegiance by Ms. Maria C. Flores, Class of 2017 candidate.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Order, art. Side, face. Colors, post. Colors, adjust. Present, art. Order, art. Face. Color guard, retreat.
Very well. Now please remain standing for the invocation by Ms. Magali Hernandez, NHS member.
Bow your head if you wish. Dear Heavenly Father, first and foremost, thank you for giving us this opportunity to be here today. Please bless the generous people who took time from their busy schedules and dedicated effort to make these scholarships possible. It is because of these generous contributors that many of my classmates will be honored as recipients this evening. Once again, Heavenly Father, I ask that all their efforts not be left unseen. I also ask that you guide my classmates to make wise choices with the awards received. I ask this in your name, amen.
Thank you very much, ladies. And now if we can please take a seat. Thank you. Once again, good evening. Buenas noches. My name is Sandra Ruiz, su servidora Sandra Ruiz. It is an honor for me to be here with you this evening. As your Master of Ceremonies, we want to extend a very warm welcome to all the parents, the grandparents, the family members, the team behind the students, the teachers, most of all of these very well-deserving students, to our EPISD Board of Directors for your continued service, also a very warm thank you. And also to all of the contributors, because without all of your support, this evening would not be possible. Now, today is an occasion for celebration, for a celebration of the accomplishments of all of these deserving students. So today, I would like to leave each and every one of you with a quote. And this is a quote by Miss Mia Hamm. The quote is as such: "Celebrate what you have accomplished, but raise the bar a little higher each time you succeed." So this is one of your accomplishments, but I know it will not be the last one. I truly believe in our community, I believe in our school system, and the support system behind it, which is the Eagle Pass and Maverick County community. So with that being said, your friend Sandra Ruiz says goodbye for the evening, but I don't want to do that without properly introducing to you our superintendent, Mr. Gilbert Gonzalez. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ruiz. Buenas noches. Bienvenidos a esta ceremonia tan especial para todos nosotros, donde sus hijos y hijas están a punto de recibir las becas bien merecidas, que les van a ayudar a seguir con su educación a nivel universitario. Pero primeramente, quiero darle las gracias y reconocer a la mesa directiva de Igle Paz. Our Board of Trustees, please give a warm welcome to Ms. Lupita Fuentes, President. Ms. Hilda Martinez, Vice President. Dr. Hector Alvarez, Secretary. Ms. Glenna Purcell, Trustee. Mr. Rudy Bowles, Trustee. Mr. Jorge Barrera, Trustee. Mr. Christopher Hiller, Trustee. And let's go back and recognize Dr. Alvarez, who just walked in. It's actually my fault that Dr. Alvarez is late. He called me that he needed a ride, and I was already here at the parking. He says, I've got 20 cars, and I don't have a set of keys for any of them. So let's give him a big hand for being here. A little bit late, but he's here. Well, good evening and welcome, scholarship donors, parents, and students. Tonight, we applaud not only the scholars, but also the generous members of our growing community, who without them tonight would not be possible. You are certainly providing our students with a head start on their college education. So thank you again to the many caring and gracious clubs, organizations, and individuals for caring so much about our students and for helping our students continue in their learning endeavors. Scholarship Night is one of my favorite nights of the year because it proves that there's a very strong bond between our community and the district. Tonight, students, your community has come together to send out a helping hand and invest in your future. And in my opinion, you are truly, truly a great investment, students. To be able to sit here tonight, you have endured many nights of studying, many nights of homework, to be able to lay the groundwork for your future. Now, some of you may choose to serve your country after this, heal the sick, or even become the next superintendent of schools. Whatever plans you hold, the one common denominator all of you share is that EPISD in some way helped you to get here this evening. I congratulate you, class of 2017, because in your pursuit of higher education, you have realized that you cannot do everything by yourself, and you have allowed yourself to share in the future success. I said earlier that you're a great investment to Eagle Pass, and I truly mean that. Everyone knows that the Mavericks can't be beat, and they always find a way to rise above the rest. So seniors, congratulations, and I challenge you to continue doing your best. Good luck in your future endeavors, and I hope one day you too will be here helping students out through your generous contribution. Thank you, and may God bless you. Gracias, y que Dios los bendiga. And now it is my honor to introduce to you your principal, Mr. Jesus Diaz. Let's give him a big hand, please.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez, and good evening. Buenas noches. What a night. This is the night that a lot of students have been waiting for besides graduation, scholarship night. Thanks to the contribution of individuals, organizations, and the Kickapoo Traditional Tribe of Texas, 175 students from the class of 2017 and 132 contributors are going to give $870,000 in a scholarship tonight. So congratulations and thank you so much. Now I am going to proceed to call the presenters and the recipients of the scholarship. First, we have the Superintendent Scholarship, presenter Gilberto Gonzalez, recipient Magali Hernandez. Next, we have Eagle Pass Border Lions Club, presenters Marcela Madera, Sarah Flores, and Kathy Mayen. And the recipients are Eric Chavarria and Margie Corral Martinez. Just look at the camera. Next, we have the Eagle Pass ISD District Service Center, presenter Gilberto Gonzalez, Superintendent of Schools. That was fast. Recipient Nayeli Longoria. Next, we have Gomez, number 28, Live Your Life, No Regrets. Presenter Raúl and Araceli Gomez. Recipients Alejandra Limón, Brandon Pérez, Reinaldo Vázquez. Thank you. Next, Blanca de la Garza, Pay Forward, presenters Cesar and Isamari Villa. Recipients Wendy Riojas and Irene Treviño. Thank you. Next, we have Alma Gonzalez Memorial Scholarship, presenter Liliana Gonzalez, and the recipient is Reynaldo Ramirez. Thank you. Next, we have the U.S. Marines, the Montgomery GI Bill, presenter Sergeant Moses Jimenez. Recipient Giovanni Reyes. Next, we have the Border Federal Credit Union employees, presenter Gloria Adan. And the recipients are Jesus Flores and Isamari Garcia. Thank you. Next, the Antonio R. Sanchez Memorial, presenter Fernando Garza Jr. Recipient Maria Consuelo Flores. Next, we have the U.S. Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award Program. Presenters, Sergeant Nunez and Sergeant Lopez. And the recipients are Alexis Acosta, Natalia Martinez, Ana Martinez, Jesus Flores, and Maria Consuelo Flores. Maricelo. Thank you, guys. Next, we have Will to Win, presenters Margie and Juan Mejia. And the recipients are René Auces, Alex de Jesus, Ruben A. Esquivel, Daniel Ríos, Carlos Tijerina, and Reinaldo Vázquez. Thank you. Next, we have Southwestern Medical Clinic, presenters Alejandra Zavala and Irma Santos. Recipients Guillermo Álvarez and Eduardo Jiménez. Thank you. Next, Eagle Pass Cleaners. Presenters Juan Espinosa and Andrea Espinosa. Recipients Viridiana Chavez and Christian Gonzalez. Thank you. Next, we have the Eagle Pass Masonic Lodge number 626. Presenters Skip Edwards, Thomas Merber, and Jose Reyes. Recipients Norberto Barragán and Jose Daniel Rodriguez. Next, we have Jacob Daniel Hernandez Scholarship, presenter Jose Hernandez, Gabriel Hernandez, and Maribel Hernandez. Recipients Jesus de Luna, Cassandra Flores, Isamari García, Eric López, Kevin Ortiz, Carlos Patiño, Bianca Torres, and Yerendira Vázquez. Thank you. Next, we have the Normandy Gypsy MC. Presenters Raúl Rodríguez, Henry Rodríguez, Juan Polanco, Sergio Pérez, Miguel Maldonado, Mayra Garza, Patti Garza, and Aureliano Contreras. And the recipients are Ariana Contreras, Ana de León, Esmeralda Garza, Carolina Ramos, and Judith Rangel. Thank you. Next, we have the Knickerbocker Heredia, Jasso, and Salinas PC, presenter Rolando Salinas. And the recipients are Michael A. Paniagua, Carlos Tijerina, and Alonso Vallejo. Thank you. Next, in memory of Herminia Macias Scholarship, presenters Rebecca Robinson and Sandra Flores. And the recipient is Adriana Ibarra. Thank you. Next, we have the Eagle Pass Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, presenter William Billy Davis. And the recipients are Guillermo Alvarez and Ariana Contreras. Thank you. Next, we have the Texas State University Eagle Pass alumni, presenters Enrique Montalvo, Becky Robinson, and John Munoz. Recipients Alejandro Benavides and Andrea Gutierrez. Thank you. Next, we have Friendly Pharmacy, presenter Noemí Tinajero. Recipients María Consuelo Flores and Magali Hernández. Thank you. Next, we have the CC Winn English Department Scholarship, presenters Mrs. Camarillo, Mrs. Mercer, Mrs. Esquivel, and Mrs. Alba Rodriguez. Recipients Guillermo Álvarez, Ariana Contreras, Efraín Cuevas III, Magali Hernández, Omar Hinojosa, Nicole Holguín, José Pedro Jiménez, Stephanie Martínez, Michael Paniagua, and Christian Rodríguez. Thank you. Next, we have in memory of José Guerra, presenter Lisa G. Ruiz. Recipient Julio César Ruiz. Thank you. Next, we have the Rosita Valley Elementary Road Runners, presenters Anela Sarsky and Cynthia Gedea. And the recipients are Fabiola Valderas, Ricardo V. Garcia, Maria E. Marquez, and Jose Daniel Rodriguez. Thank you. Next, we have the C.C. Winn High School police officers, presenters, Officer Garcia, Botello, Guevara, Martinez, Gomez, Vicente, Montalvo, Mata, Olivas, and Cuevas. And the recipients are Efraín Cuevas III, René Garcia, Janice Robles, Ricardo Rodriguez, Cheyenne Thrash, and Megan Trevino. Thank you, Blues. Next, we have the Language Development Center, presenters Rosela Even, Luz Estrada, María Díaz, Olga Treviño, Diana P. Fuentes. And the recipients are Diamond Estrada, Riz Luján, and Megan Trevino. Thank you. Next, we have Falcon International Bank, presenters Rocio Mendoza and Noé Rodriguez. And the recipient is Ricardo Rodriguez. Thank you. Okay. Next, we have the Maury County Retired School Personnel Association. Presenters Connie Puros and Alba Barrera. And the recipient is Carolina Ramos. Thank you. Next, we have the Maury County Junior Livestock Show Association presenters Tim Hart and Laura Cárdenas. And the recipients are Ricardo Rodriguez, Marta M. Salazar, and Megan Treviño. Thank you. Next, we have La Guadalupana Primary Care, presenter Edward Louis Garza. Recipients, Mar Corral, Julia Escalante, María C. Flores, Clarisa Jiménez, Melanie Menchaca, Sandra Ortiz, Alessandra Pereda, Julio César Ruiz, and Bianca I. Benavides. Thank you. Next, we have the Fidel A. Rodriguez Jr. Memorial. Presenters, Ricardo Rodriguez, Fidel Rodriguez. And the recipients are Andrew Guerra and Julio César Ruiz. Thank you. Next, we have the Ray H. Dart Scholarship presenters Iris Oca and Cecilia Cifuentes. Radar Elementary Scholarship, Iris Oca and Cecilia Cifuentes. The recipients, Mark Corral, Francisco Garcia, Jr., Julio Alejandro Martínez, Alberto L. Mendoza, Alessandra Pereda, Xavier Ramos, Jorge L. Vargas. Thank you. Next, we have the Rolly Ruiz Jr., number 8, Live Your Dreams Scholarship. Presenters Rolly, Claudia, Pilo, Ari, and Tio Mike Ruiz, Bianca, Isabela, and Tres. Recipients Alfonso Cardona IV, Alex de Jesus, Cassandra Flores, María Consuelo Flores, Kevin Ortiz, Michael Paniagua, Alexis M. Pérez, Everardo Pérez, and Julio César Ruiz. Thank you. Next, we have in memory of Francisco Paco Garcia, presenters Mrs. Garcia, Mr. and Mrs. Landin, and Mr. and Mrs. Mon. Recipients Sara Treviño, María Sánchez, and Nathan Flores. Thank you. Next, we have the Maury County Farm Bureau, presenters Azalia Cáceres and Ernest Wisty. Recipients Megan Treviño and Cleotilde Padilla. Thank you. Next, we have the Kickapoo Traditional Tribe of Texas, presenter Aliyah Jaffer, Tribal Education Administrator. Recipients Cory Anico, Jaime de la Cruz, Rocio Elizondo, Jaslyn Galán, Ray Galán, Freddy Hernández, Selma Rodríguez, Leo B. Suque, and René Treviño. Thank you. Next, we have the Maury County Coahuila Texas A&M Club, presenter Ernest Wisting. Recipients Jimmy Aguirre and José de Jesus Noriega. Thank you. Next, we have the Memorial Junior High Scholarship. Presenter, Ms. Vera Sumter, Principal. Recipient, Jennifer Mireles. Thank you. Now I would like to pass the mic to my assistant principal, Matthew Uriegas. But before I do that, I want to thank Ms. Sandra Ruiz for accepting the invitation to be the MC of the evening. And thank you, Mr. Samuel Mijares, for everything you have done for the class of 2017. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Diaz. We're going to move on. Next scholarship we have is in memory of Alex and Lily Alvarez, presented by Dr. Hector Alvarez. Your recipients are Magali Hernandez and Julio Cesar Ruiz. Thank you. The next scholarship is the Santana Family Care Scholarship presented by Edna Gonzalez and Sonia Dena. Sonia Dena. Your recipient, Renee Auses. Congratulations. Next scholarship, Friends and Alumni of the Southwest Texas Junior College, presented by Vice President Gilbert S. Bermea, Delia Esquivel, and Brenda Hoffman. Your recipients are Vianney Gonzalez, Nicole Olguin, Andrea Martinez, and Irma Porras. Thank you. Next scholarship is the Texas A&M University Aggie Moms Club Melva Alviso Scholarships, presented by Ermelinda Molina, Laura Solis, Sylvia Chong, and Mrs. Black. The recipients, and I did miss Miss Ivy Purcell, presenter. Oh. Recipients are Norberto Barragan, Eric Lopez, Jose Noriega, and Jose Solano. Thank you, and gig 'em. The next scholarship is the Doctors and Thespians, presented by Grecia de la Cerda. And your recipient, Citlali Cervantes. Next scholarship is a Golden Rule Foundation, presented by Patricia Sanchez. Your recipients are Guillermo Alvarez and Yanis B. Robles. Thank you. And Ms. Patricia Sanchez is going to stay up for the next one. This is the Golden Rule Foundation Scholarship, Technical Scholarship. The recipient, Alejandro Leonides. Thank you. The next scholarship is Parts Service Supply Gold Prospect Award. The presenter is Oscar de los Santos, Jr. Your recipients are Alberto Duran, Magali Hernandez, and Melissa Prieto. Thank you. Next we have the Eagle Pass Rotary Club. Your presenters, Teresa Contreras, President, John and Carol Sullivan, Corina Dovalina, Billy Davis, and Sandra Ruiz. And Cecilia Mascorro. Your recipients are Norberto Barragan and Ricardo Rodriguez. Thank you. The next scholarship is the Eagle Pass Evening Lions Club. Your presenters are Jorge Villalpando, Amado Esqueda, John De Leon, and Alex Flores. Hold your applause for the list of recipients. Michelle Aguilar, Jimmy Aguirre, Norberto Barragan, Brianna Barrientos, Alex de Jesus, Maria Consuelo Flores, Claudia M. Gomez, Carolina Perales, and Julio Cesar Ruiz. Thank you. The next scholarship is the EPISD Assessment Team Scholarship. Your presenters are Luz Lozano and Miriam Garcia. The recipients, Brianna Monreal and Carolina Ramos. Thank you. Next, we have the Kirshner Elementary Scholarship, presented by their principal, Veronica Chacon. Your recipient, Natalie Sanchez. Thank you. The next scholarship is the San Luis Cardinal Scholarship, presented by Elva Agosto. Your recipient, Jose Pedro Jimenez. Thank you. Next, we have Sarita's Tortilla Factory Incorporated, presented by Xochitl Villarreal and Yuri Olivares. Your recipients are Aaron E. Olivares and Esteban Ortiz. Thank you. Next, we have the Eagle Pass Housing Authority Employees Scholarship, presented by Griselda Salazar. Your recipients, Norberto Barragan, Andrea Gutierrez, Ivana Musa, and Alejandra Valdez. Thank you. Next, we have the ATPE Scholarship Fund, presented by Julio Martinez. Your recipients, Guillermo Alvarez, Vianney Gonzalez, and Julio Alejandro Martinez. Thank you. The next scholarship, the Eagle Pass Board of Realtors, presented by Juan Mancha, Lucy Mancha, Tiffany Velasquez, and Argelia Villarreal. Your recipients, Efraín Cuevas III, Leslie Giselle Garza. Thank you. Next scholarship, in loving memory of Rosalia Mancha, thank you. It's going to be presented by Rancho Cuatro Hermanas, Kina Mancha, and Paloma Garcia Suazua. Your recipients, Cheyenne Thrash. Thank you. The next scholarship is Pan American Roundtable of Eagle Pass, presented by Gichi Becker Perez, Lana Harper, and Lucy Mancha. Your recipients, Alberto de la Cruz and Omar Hinojosa. Thank you. Next, we have the Christian Community Roca Firme Incorporated Scholarship, presented by Pastors Gilberto and Velia Herrera, Mr. Danny Palos, and Mrs. Alma Palos. Your recipients are Raúl Guerra, Maria E. Marquez, Jose Angel Morales, Alan Ruiz, and Angel Vicente. Thank you. Next, we have the Delta Kappa Gamma Scholarship, presented by Maria Chacon, Veronica Chacon, Lana Harper, and Diony Olivares Wisti. Your recipient, Carolina Ramos. Thank you. Next, we have the Nellie Mae Glass Falcon Elementary Scholarship, presented by their principal, Roxana Rios, and instruction officer, Timoteo Chaides. Your recipients, Dante Hernandez and Christian Rodriguez Jr. Thank you. The next scholarship is Benavides Heights Elementary Bulldogs, presented by Veronica Soto Gonzalez, their principal, Miss Melissa Winn, and Edna Maldonado. Recipients are Jimmy Aguirre, Citlali Cervantes, and Bianca Torres. Thank you. Next, we have the Eagle Pass Principals Association Scholarship, presented by Amalia Riojas and Miss Sandra Lopez. Your recipients are Ivana Musa and Natalie Sanchez. Thank you, ladies. Next, we have Langley and Banak, attorneys at law, presented by Ruben O. Valadez. Your recipients, Eric Chavarria, Maria Consuelo Flores, Marta M. Salazar, and Victoria Santana Carrasco. Thank you. The next scholarship is the L&L Pay It Forward Scholarship, presented by Alvaro and Sandra Lopez. Your recipients, Ariana M. de la Torre, Eric Lopez, and Carlos A. Patiño. Thank you. The next scholarship is La Cantera Real Estate, presented by Frankie Mauricio, Eloisa Jimenez, Janet Martinez, and Arturo Salinas. Your recipients, Fabiola Valderas and Alexis N. Perez. Thank you. The next scholarship is the Danny Medellin Dream Big, Swing Big, presented by Giselle A. Mendoza and Yolanda Medellin. Your recipients, Reynaldo Lopez and Jose Solano. Thank you. Your next scholarship, the Joe Junfin, Kunafin Junfin Farms, presented by Birgit Junfin and Fanny Swaswa. Your recipients, Guadalupe Contreras and Cleotilde Padilla. Thank you. Next we have the Rosendo Chendo Flores Memorial, presented by Alex Flores, Sara Flores, Leonor Flores, Alex Flores Jr., and Sierra Flores. Your recipients, Maria Consuelo Flores and Megan Trevino. Thank you. Next we have the Parrilla de San Miguel Scholarship, presented by Carmen Guerra. Your recipient, Vianney Gonzalez. Thank you. Next, we have Liberty Elementary Scholarship presented by Cristina Hernandez. Your recipient, Hector Ortiz Jr. Thank you. The next scholarship is Reyes Cleaners, presented by Jose Ramon Reyes and Jose Ramon Reyes Jr. And your recipient, Maria Consuelo Flores. Thank you. Next, we have the Eagle Pass TCTA Scholarship presented by Maribel Garcia and Letty Garcia. Hold your applause for the recipients. Guillermo Alvarez, Monique Cerda, Diamond Estrada, Dante Hernandez, Nicole Holguin, Jose Pedro Jimenez, Reese Lujan, Stephanie Martinez, Jose de Jesus Noriega, Marisela Noriega, Aaron Olivares, Héctor Ortiz Jr., Michael Paniagua, Carolina Perez, Liana Sierra, Megan Treviño, and Jorge L. Vargas. Thank you, everybody. The next scholarship is the Progreso U.S. Customs Broker, presented by Jeanette Martinez Andrade. Here she comes. Recipients are Maria Consuelo Flores and Fabiola Valderas. Thank you. The next scholarship is the Edna Aguilera Valadez Scholarship, presented by Maximus and Alyssa Galvan. Your recipients, Maria Consuelo Flores, Jennifer Fuentes, Nicole Holguin, and Clarisa Jimenez. Thank you. The next scholarship, the Law Office of Andrea Cáceres, presented by Andrea Cáceres and Lorena Ruiz. Your recipient, Alexis N. Perez. Thank you. Next, we have the Maverick Band Boosters, Mighty Maverick Band Boosters, presented by Jesse Rodriguez, Veronica Alba Rodriguez, and Nora Menchaca. Your recipients, Alberto L. Mendoza III and Nicole A. Moriel. Thank you. Next scholarship is Andres and Guadalupe A. Cáceres and family, presented by Guadalupe Azalia Cáceres and Alejandra Cáceres. And your recipient, Alexis N. Perez. Thank you. The next scholarship, Azalia Cáceres, Building Partners in Our Community, presented by Azalia Cáceres. Your recipient, Alexis N. Perez. Thank you. Next, we have the Rio Grande Electric Cooperative, presented by Adam Chapa. Your recipient, Stephanie Flores. Thank you. Next, we have the CC Winn Math Department, presented by their department chair, Patricia Flores Martinez. Your recipient, Jose Pedro Jimenez and Stephanie Monique Martinez. Thank you. Next, we have the Maverick County Sheriff's Department Scholarship, presented by your Sheriff, Tom Schmerber, and Roberto De Leon. He is our Chief Deputy. Your recipient, Miguel Angel Covarrubias. Thank you, gentlemen. Next, we have the Constable of Precinct 1 Scholarship, presented by Rudy Valdez. Your recipients, Erandi S. González Lucio and Julio Cesar Ruiz. Thank you. Next, we have the Henry B. Gonzalez Elementary Bobcat Scholarship, presented by Marisa Garza. Your recipient, Bianca Benavides. Thank you. Next, we have Kids and Tots Unlimited Scholarship, presented by Yvonne Ibarra, Yvette Alvar, and Marcela Madera. Your recipients, Mar Corral Martinez and Magali Hernandez. Thank you, ladies. Next, we have the Perfecto Mancha Elementary Scholarship presented by their principal, Jose Hernandez, Dora Morales, and Diana Alvarado. Your recipient, Ivana Musa. Thank you. Next, we have the Sol Ross State University Scholarship presented by Juan Tamez. Your recipient, Carlos Tijerina. Thank you, gentlemen. Next, we have the Spartan Fit Training Center Scholarship presented by Eunice Montes and Becky Rosas. Your recipient, Alberto de la Cruz.
Vete más rápido, ya vamos a empezar después de estos.
Thank you. Next, we have the Realty Executives of Eagle Pass Excellence Award, presented by Armando Sanchez and Doris Salinas Sanchez. Your recipient, Francisco J. Becerril. Thank you. Next, we have the CC Winn Lady Mavericks Soccer Scholarship presented by Head Coach Abel de los Santos. Hold your applause for the list. Julia Escalante, Shaila Gamez, Brisa Granados, Stephanie Hernandez, Jocelyn Lopez, Valeria Martinez, and Carolina G. Perales. Thank you, ladies and coach. Next, we have the Lady Mavericks One Team, One Dream Scholarship, presented by head coach J.J. Iracheta, Tony Martinez, assistant, and Connie Soto. Coach Martinez. Your recipients, Cassandra Flores, Maria Consuelo Flores, Anisa Garcia, Consuelo Cani Hernandez, and Esmeralda Saucedo. Your Lady Maverick softball played some wonderful softball this year into the playoffs. Put on a good show. Those are your seniors right there. Thank you. Next scholarship we have is the CC Winn Administration, presented by number 1, Mr. Jesus Diaz-Weber. Your recipient, Efrain Cuevas III. Thank you, sir. Next we have the Gloria Matera National Migrant Scholarship Fund, presented by our migrant counselor, Ruby Perez. Your recipients, Stephanie Flores, Cassandra Guardiola, Ana Hernandez, Edward Hernandez, and Samantha Lopez. Thank you. Congratulations. Next we have Rolando Martinez Catering Services, presented by Rolando and Ana Martinez. Your recipient, Ana Sofia de Leon.
Sí, digo, Galván es el presente de esta porque no la mencioné.
The next scholarship we have is the CC Winn Counseling Department, presented by Ms. Mejia, Mrs. Garcia, Mrs. Castro, Ms. Sanchez, Mrs. Perez, and Mr. Muskis. Your recipients, Elias Aguirre, Erica Contreras, Jennifer Fuentes, Cristian Hernandez, Javier Mendez, Irma Porras, and Elizabeth Sanchez. Thank you, counselors. Presenting the Edna Aguilera Valadez Scholarship is Max Galvan. Recipient, Nicole Olguin. Next, we have the Jobson Group Scholarship presented by Jesus Diaz-Weber. Your recipients, Nayeli Garcia, Juan Mata, and Angel Cerrato. Next, we have the College Assistance Migrant Program Scholarship presented by our migrant counselor, Ruby Perez. Your recipients, Guadalupe Contreras, Mitzi Gonzalez, Cassandra Guardiola, and Alexia Hernandez Valdez.
The Maverick 5K Run, presented by Ms. Brenda Carrillo, Hector Garcia, Ivy Purcell, Maria Luisa Uriegas. And the recipients are, hold your applauses for all the recipients, Michelle Aguilar, Guillermo Alvarez, Ángel Carrillo, Citlali Cervantes, Fernanda Chávez, Ariana Contreras, Efraín Cuevas III, Alex de Jesús, Ana de León, Nilda Farías, Cassandra Flores, Jesús Flores, René García, Ricardo García, Leslie Garza, Christian González, Fernando Hernández, Magali Hernández, Omar Hinojosa, Nicole Holguín, José Pedro Jiménez, Eric López, Reinaldo López, Andrea Martínez, Stephanie Martínez, Valeria Martínez, Albert Mendoza, Sandra Ortiz, Cleotilde Padilla, Michael Paniagua, Ricardo Peña, Carolina Perales, Alexis Pérez, Melissa Prieto, Christian Rodríguez, Stephanie Reese, Natalie Sánchez, Victoria Santana, Bianca Torres, Yerendira Vázquez, Miguel Villarreal, and Roel Villarreal.
Congratulations, that's a Maverick 5K scholarship run.
Contributor, Balcones Heights Parks, and the recipient is Carol Lizette Ramirez. From BBVA Compass Bank, Rene Garcia Jr. and Priscilla Orozco. From Border Federal Credit Union, the recipient is Fernando Hernandez. CC Winn Boys Track, Carlos Tijerina. From the CC Winn Cross Country, Miguel Rendon. From Charlie and Vivian Maurer Memorial, the recipient is Jesus Pedraza. From Davis Powell Architecture, recipient Omar Hinojosa. The Dell Scholarship Award recipient goes to Reynaldo Ramirez. From the Del Rio Division Association of Federal Attorneys, the recipient is Jeremy Garces. From the Eagle Pass High School CTE Department, the recipient is Monica A. Cerda. From the Eagle Pass Independent School District's Education Foundation, Omar Hinojosa. From F. Raúl Treviño, MBA, CPA, LLC, recipient Ricardo Rodriguez. From the Future Leaders in Healthcare, the recipients are Carla S. Ayala, Dominic Ibarra, and Ana E. Martinez. From Imagine America, the recipients are Jesus Pedraza, Rolando Sanchez, and Alonso Vallejo. Okay, from the John Powell Memorial, the recipient is Alberto de la Cruz. From Lily's Flower Shop Incorporated, the recipient is Norberto Barragan. From the Lorena Powell Memorial Teacher, we have Carolina Ramos, Stephanie Reese, and Fabiola Vasquez. From Los Diez Amigos Club, Ruben Esquivel, Kayla Martinez, and Zacarías Molina.
Ruben, yes, sir.
From Maverick Arms Incorporated, the recipients are Fernanda Chavez, Jennifer Fuentes, Leslie Giselle Garza, Jeanette Herrera, and Estefania Salinas. From the Movelda Rhine Scholarship, recipient Stephanie Martinez. From Oscar 12 and Kelsey 15 Ramirez, welcome to Aggieland, recipient Eric Lopez. From Robert E. Lee Rebels, recipients Erica Contreras and Carolina Ramos. From the Rosita Valley Literacy Academy, recipient Aarón Olivares. From Sesame Preschool, recipient Alexis N. Perez. From the overall graduation office of Herf Jones, the recipients are Angel Carrillo, Jacob Guerra, Itiel Huerta, and Laisha Vallejo. And the last scholarship from Saida Benet Memorial, the recipient is Alessandra Pereda and Carolina Ramos.
Thank you, Ms. Jimenez. Thank you, Ms. Ruiz. On behalf of CC Winn administration, faculty, and staff, we want to thank all the contributors for giving so much money to our students that are part of the class of 2017. Ms. Fuentes, our school board president, thank you for being here. Ms. Purcell, thank you. Dr. Alvarez, thank you so much. Mr. Gonzalez, thank you so much, like always. And to the parents, a los padres aquí presentes, muchísimas gracias por su apoyo incondicional día tras día. The next appointment, la próxima cita es el 2 de junio a las 8 en nuestra graduación. So, congratulations, seniors. The only thing that I'd like for you to is remember saying a thank you note to the contributors. Thank the contributors for they have done for you this evening. Thank you. Este evento ha concluido. Muchísimas gracias. Nos vemos el 2 de junio.